One.
Shalom, shalom. This is Great Millstone Indiana Camp, and today we finna come get into a lesson, you know, to wake our people up, break down the scriptures rightly. Okay, and with that, we gonna give our praise and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah.
double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to you Akim out there teaching this truth and sincerity, man. So we gonna get into it, cause there's a lot of things in this Bible that our people don't know because it's never been broken down to them, you know. Just recently I was talking to a brother, man, and here it is. He never read Deuteronomy 7 and 6 to where it tells you that we are a holy people, man, above all people that are upon the face of the earth, and that word holy means to be separate, that we are sacred, you know what I mean? And then it was another thing in the scriptures where it says that the Most High hated somebody, and that's in Romans 9 and 13, man. You know, the doctrines that's being taught to our people is just philosophies of the white man trying to wiggle his way into it, man. So without further ado, we finna get into some scriptures, man. This Romans chapter 3. Okay.
If you speaking, get you a reader.
That's right. 3 and 31.
This is the book of Romans chapter 3 verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? The power forbid, yea, we establish the law.
That's right. Because, you know, in the Christian church, they'll tell you, you know, the law is done away with, that we don't have to follow the laws, the statutes, the commandments of the Most High. But the fact of the matter is, we don't throw away the law. We come to do the law. We come to fulfill the law, man. Can the brothers get that in Matthew? What is that? I'm not coming to do away with the prophets. Oh, was that 23? 5:17. But yeah, man. So the point being is, you know, the Most High got it. You know what I'm saying? Where you need faith and you need to walk in His commandments, man. And both of them is actually following the laws. Both of them is actually
Requirements.
That's right. Both of them are requirements, man, to getting into the kingdom, man, to come. And you know. Kingdom to come, man, it got to be established through the prophets, man, the man of the Lord, man.
Right, because right now we're under grace.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So right now, you know, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability is what? Rehearsing the righteous acts.
That's right.
If you can go ahead and get Judges 5 and 11.
That's right. You got that Matthew's brother?
Yeah, you just finished with that Romans?
Yeah.
This is Matthew 5 and 17. It says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
And how is it that a Christian can tell you that the law is fulfilled? The law can't be fulfilled unless you actually do the law, man. It don't make no fucking sense, you know what I'm saying, for the law to be fulfilled and you not doing it. You know what I'm saying? He said, I have not come to do away with the prophets of old. He came to fulfill what? He came to fulfill the prophecies that the prophets of old prophesied. That way he won't make them liars, man. You know?
That's right.
That's the reason why he did that. Because if he didn't do the things that he did, then the words that the prophets of old would have been for naught, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what came to be fulfilled, man. But to fulfill the law itself is actually to do the law, man. You know?
Can I read down to verse 19? It says, verse 18, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled.
And that's the prophecies, man. The earth will not pass until everything that every prophet that spoke that was gonna come to these times happened, man. You know what I'm saying? It's mandatory that everything that these prophets prophesied happen in order for us to establish the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? These things must come to pass, man. Because the Most High is not a power that will lie, man. Matter of fact, is that Samuel's where he said what he has begun, he must bring to an end. I'm gonna pull it up. First Samuel.
Let me finish.
First Samuel.
Verse 19, it says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Right, and that's actually talking about mainly you false prophets that's in these churches, because that's what they teach in the churches. They teach that the laws of the Heavenly Father are done away with. The commandments are done away with. You don't have to keep them. That's not true, man. You know, and because of they teaching them those false doctrines, the Lord said they're gonna be called what? The least in the kingdom of heaven. They're gonna have a forever shame on them, man. Okay?
It says, but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great.
And that's exactly why we out here striving, you know what I'm saying, to tell you the truth, man. We striving to tell you the truth so that we can be called great in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, we don't want to have that weak glow around us, man. We don't want to be false prophets. We want to be those men of the Lord. And that's why we trying to wake you up before the Lord come, man. You know, because if we don't tell you the truth, your blood is on our hands. Like those pastors in these churches, man, telling you that you can eat pork. Telling you as long as you pray over it, you can eat some pork. You can do anything in Christ Jesus. That's wrong.
You got a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say, why don't you eat pork?
You say what, brother?
Why don't you eat pork? What's wrong with it?
Pork is not good for you, man. It's filthy. Get Leviticus 11 and 7 real quick.
Go ahead. We don't eat it because it's one of the statutes, laws, and commandments for our people to follow. Go ahead.
This is the book of Leviticus,
Start from chapter 1, then go to the point.
This is the book of
I mean,
Leviticus.
it's like verse 1, then go to the point.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them.
So Yahweh spake, we should read it verbatim. Go ahead.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying.
See, now the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, speak these commandments to give it to a certain type of people. Go ahead.
Saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel.
See, he said, speak unto the children of Israel. So these statutes, laws, and commandments that Moses can speak, he only spoke these unto the children of Israel because they were the only ones that could follow. Go ahead.
Hold on, Salakia. Just so you know who the children of Israel are?
Not really.
You see the people on that sign? Those are the children of Israel. This is what they being called today.
Yep.
You know, so you can have an idea what the brother's saying.
The children of Israel is Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar.
What's your fault?
Salaki, real quick. Before we hop, let's answer this question first again.
Hold on. Who your father on that sign?
Or what lineage is your father?
Okay, Judah. Now you can go ahead. Salaki, go ahead.
So this law that we're about to read applies to you. Go ahead.
Saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among the beasts that are on the earth.
So these are the beasts, which is AKA these are the animals that you should eat upon the face of the earth. Go ahead.
Whosoever parteth the hoof and is cloven footed and cheweth the cud.
Now it says whosoever part of the hoof, which means their hoof that they walk on has a little split into it. So it's basically the whole hoof has like a little V. If you think of Pac-Man, how his whole entire body is one. Their foot has to have that type of hoof. Go ahead.
And cheweth the cud.
And chew up the cud is basically they eat grass, they spit it out, and eat and re-eat it again, aka regurgitate. All right. So one who does that, cows do that. You know, a deer does that. They eat grass, they spit it out, and they re-eat it again. All right. Or basically any animal that eats vegetation. Go ahead.
Among the beasts that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoofs, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud.
So basically, you can't eat nothing that doesn't do both of them. So if one has a part of hoof but he doesn't chew up the cud, you can't eat that one. They both have to have part of the hoof and they have to chew up the cud. If they don't have both of those, you can't eat. Go ahead.
But divide the hoof as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean to you. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof.
Pigs don't eat grass. They eat garbage.
He is unclean unto you. And the hare, because he cheweth the cud,
This is a rabbit. Go ahead.
but divideth not the hoof.
This rabbit has feet, paws.
He is unclean unto you. And the swine,
And the swine, which AKA, if you look at the word swine in any type of Google, is what? Is a pig gonna pop up. That also applies to the boar, to the hedgehog, and all of them.
And all of us did.
But you,
Hot sauce on it.
hey, let me ask you this question though. Brother. Can you understand the reason why the Most High don't want you to eat that,
I'm basically getting slight details on what you're saying, but I need to fully, sit down and figure this out what you got,
but
That's what we're here.
it's cool, But let me ask you this though. Don't our people get high blood pressure, diabetes, gout,
I got high blood pressure.
disease? See? You know why? It's because of your diet. That's why the Heavenly Father gave us the dietary law. You know what I'm saying? The dietary laws are set in place for us to follow so that we can be healthy physically and spiritually, man. That's why the law, statutes, and commandments are set in place in the first place. It's for our well-being, for your body and for your spirit and for your mind, man. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse, it's Deuteronomy 4, and I'll start at 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
And this is the Lord basically talking to the children of Israel. Go ahead.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Because the understanding...
When you say, possess, like what do you mean by that?
Well, when you go into the when the children of Israel, when you said when you go into the land to possess it, the children of Israel didn't have their own homeland yet. So when the children of Israel got their own homeland, they were supposed to live a certain way. They were supposed to okay, you can do this, you can't do that, because the brother just brought out the wisdom behind that. Like the Lord didn't tell us not to eat pork because He wanted us to miss out on something that was good. He told us not to eat it because look, it's gonna mess you up.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's gonna give you all those diseases that the brother named. Gout, high blood pressure. Exactly.
And different kind of cancers. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. It goes even deeper than that. You gotta even watch all this food to a certain extent. Now, you can't be eat too much meat. Like chicken.
That's that Chinese stuff.
Listen, bro. Listen. Fried chicken. Look, listen. It's even other meats that got carcinogens in it that's not even good for you. People are dying with cancer and never even smoked before a day in their life. They ended up with lung cancer. Like, how the hell did he get lung cancer? He didn't smoke, and he went around nobody that did smoke. It's because of his diet. It go right back to the dietary laws, man. So basically, what he just read, that's why we supposed to be keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, because the Lord separated us from the rest of the world, man.
How long y'all finna be out here?
For a few hours. Lord willing.
I got a precept for something. This is Genesis chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. So basically, getting into it, he said we wasn't supposed to be eating too much meat. Too much meat can clog up your digestive system. And then with that, arteries, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know what?
Too much
It was okay to eat certain meats.
Yeah.
It was okay to eat chicken. It's okay to eat turkey, stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. It's just in this society today, the so-called white man, you know what I'm saying, who was Esau, Edom in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? He messed up the foods. You know what I'm saying? There's carcinogens in the foods. So you got to even be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? That's the point that I'm trying to make. But it's lawful for you to eat chicken. Don't get me wrong, brother. You can eat that. You can eat beef. You can eat deer. Certain meats you can eat.
I got a precept.
You got something?
I got a precept. It's Isaiah 24, verse 5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Like he said, you can get cancer and you don't even smoke because the earth is defiled, right? It says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broke the everlasting covenant. So the laws that this Bible that we was bringing up, how we supposed to live, is they have broken, and that's why the earth
There's
is
so much
defiled.
bull stuff into it that
Hey, that's beautiful what he just said. He said change the laws, man. Get that in Psalm 104:14.
Another thing, he's steady drawing out of the veins, you know, the oil. He just
Yep.
steady pumping oil out
Yeah.
in the same spot.
Come.
You know, then he grow vegetables and the fruits in the same spot.
Same spot.
So
Get
the
that.
earth is not able to replenish.
that.
In the Bible, it's what's called a land Sabbath,
Come.
where you plant here for 7 years,
Yep.
Yeah, that's why
and
they-
then you move over and let that land replenish for 7 years, and you plant here.
Right.
You know, so that
that's why they
land
coming out with so many Bibles.
Well,
Yeah.
and another thing too is that to see that you get that count, brother, when the ground wouldn't yield to him. Because see, the earth doesn't yield to Esau, to the so-called white man. It doesn't yield itself to him because it was cursed to him. That's why he come out with his GMOs and stuff, man. He can't put a seed in the ground and it plant. He uses sciences to bring forth fruit and all of that. That's why he has the GMOs, the watermelon with no seed, the lemons, all of that stuff, and that stuff is bad for us, man. Like the brother's talking about with cancer. You got that?
Some grapes don't have seeds.
Yeah, don't have seeds.
Most grapes don't.
Most
have
grapes.
Right, I know. I just
That's
ate
what
one like 10 minutes ago.
Hey, and you think
Yeah, that's
you,
it.
we all came from the earth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we made
Because
from
you know
dirt.
when we die, we turn into earth.
Yeah.
We go
right.
back where we came from.
You got to
Yeah.
think about it. If it's making that certain plant sterile and not able to have seed, what is it doing to your seed
Yeah, that's right.
when you eat it? Because when you eat it, whatever they put in there to stop the seeds from forming is still in there.
It's still in there, right?
And you putting it in your body, it could be affecting you in a diverse way.
That's right.
You know.
Read that. Psalms 104.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 14. He causes the grass to grow for the cattle, and the herb for the service of man.
The herbs for the service of man. So the herbs that we just grow in the ground for us is for medicine. It's for medicinal purpose. All right, so his medicines and all that shit that he got, he put CVS's up and Walgreens on every corner, man. Because then you don't need that. Yeah, all we need is what's the Lord put here, man. That's it. And like the brother was saying, but you eat everything you do is in moderation. You eat a lot of beef or whatever. Sometimes that following week, and they have on certain calendars, you go to certain menus, you go to certain restaurants, they have a meatless Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? You eat just vegetables. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is good for your body. You know?
Like basically, you gotta fast.
Yeah, and fasting,
There's certain kind of fasting. It's not just, not eating no foods. You go on
fast
liquid
every
fast.
Sunday? 'Cause it's church
You
day?
can just eat vegetables. Don't eat no meats. It's like
No, he asked a
That's what
question.
you do.
He said, do we have to fast every
Just
Sunday?
for Sunday?
No, we don't. Yeah, we don't look at Sunday as a day of spirituality because it's just another day to us. Like we do go according to the moon. Now the new moon, the Sabbath was according to the moon. They didn't have the Greek calendar. There wasn't no Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It was day one, day 2, day 3, all the way to day 7. You know. But when hey, somebody get that what he should think to change time and laws. See what happened was when the so-called white man came into power, he added days to the calendar. It's not even supposed to be 365 days. That's why you got what's called leap year, because the time is off.
Yeah.
You know, he added
All this extra stuff.
he put a what's the thing like the brother said, he put an odd number in the year so that
I ain't gonna lie, this started making a little sense.
Well, really, it's supposed to make sense, right? Because it's the truth.
All the
You know?
He said all
Truth.
of it.
That's right. That's right.
So he changed the time so we couldn't serve the Lord like we wanted to, because when we came over here, all the knowledge that we had was whooped out of us. And they killed the old men, the older men that were supposed to teach us, they killed them. So we all know what happened to a man that grew up without a man to teach him. He find his own way. And in his own way may not always be the right way. You know what I'm saying? He make mistakes. He trip up. If you'd have had that man to tell him, no, don't do that, because if you do that, such and such, and then he may see his boy do it and be like, damn, my dad told me not. That's what my dad told me not to do. You know what I'm saying? But they don't. A lot of men don't have that guidance. Yeah, they don't have that guidance. They trying to find their own way, and it's not meant to be that way.
I got a
You know?
precept, I'm pretty sure. This is Micah.
Did you want that, Daniel?
Just throw it out the window.
Yeah, get that Daniel first.
Daniel, get it. Hold on.
7:25.
7:25. Come on. Get it. You got it? All right, come on. Okay, I know.
I have both of them.
Okay, cool. That's
Run it through.